Hello again. This video is a couple of months late because of reasons. The Greenlight Jam ended a while ago and my submission was moderately successful. This devlog is going to go over the state of the game now and a little bit of the planned roadmap for Shadow Chaser. Feedback and suggestions are welcome in the comments. Let's get into it. The first thing I'm sure you'll notice is the placeholder art. Each tile was drawn out and then compressed down to a quarter size to get a more pixelated look. And using Godot 4's tile map object, I was able to crank out all 24 levels in just a couple of weeks. The player character and the shadows right now look a little stiff. I'll be adding some simple animations, probably just a few frames to give them a little bit of life. Speaking of the player, the movement in this version is very tight. Double jumps, dashes, running, and variable jump height all got done. The only movement option I'm not sure about adding right now is wall jumps. I don't know if a wall jump goes really well with a double jump, but I'm sure somebody will point out how I'm wrong about that in the comments. Oh, also the little gray dude's name right now is Runt. The shadows are drawn to look like a monstrous form of Runt, and like I talked about in the previous devlog, the path for the shadows is created by the player's movement in the earlier levels. For example, moving in stage 1, level 1, like so. In stage 1, level 2, the shadow will follow along in your same path, ignoring the player's pauses and all terrain. Once the path is complete, they just restart. Touching a shadow, spikes, or falling off the edge are the only ways to die in a level right now. And this might sound a little confusing, but trust me, once you get your hand on it, it makes a lot more sense. As for the levels themselves, in the current version there are 24 levels total. The first 21 levels are broken into stages that follow the setup described earlier. There are 3 extra stages that each have 1 level. That means there's no shadows in these. These levels were designed to test your platforming skills. They are only available upon beating the first 7 stages. Also, upon completing any set of levels, you will get to see how long you took and how many times you died. And now for my favorite part, what's coming next. There were some things that got left out due to jam timeline constraints. Those things being menus, music, and sounds. I'm a one-man team, so a lot of these things are learning for me. And I know the game feels a little bare without them, so those are on the docket to be added immediately. There are a few features brought up by other jam participants that I want to add. Coyote time, which is a new term for me, but I love it, to make the jumps from edges a little more forgiving, the ability to restart a stage as to record new shadow paths, which is almost done at time of recording. Some other suggestions that came from outside the gem community are seeing what path your shadow is going to be taking, in case you forgot which path you took in the previous level. And from a comment on the last devlog, from I'm Thylacine, allowing players to see what the next level is going to look like so you can plan your path better. So this is the current to-do list, plus a little bit. If you'd like to try out the game yourself, you can do so at the link in the description. I appreciate all feedback and suggestions. If you find any bugs, please let me know. I have a running list on the itch page right now of them. And thanks for watching.